Episode 42 of Your First Jungle Clear, the show all about perfecting your early game and teaching you how to review your own early games. Today's learnings from the 5 games we reviewed today. First game, we talk about counter gank situations, putting yourself in a better position to get more value out of it instead of maybe just 1 kill, 3 kills. We talked about identifying games where the best thing for you to do is just to full clear, especially when you have no real gankable lanes. Getting level 4 ASAP on champions like Viego, Karthus, all those champs. Not prioritizing Crab. It's over the last season with the changes. The experience is just not that much. There was a great situation in that game. And thinking about that mindset of make sure you're on your camps when they spawn instead of just running around the map and trying to do a gank from the 3:15 minute mark to the 4-minute, 20-minute mark. Talking about Karma lanes, I talk about that a lot on my channel. Love pathing towards Karma lanes. And then our last game example was about thinking about, again, that 4 minutes, 20 seconds. If the enemy jungler shows on the map and wastes time in the early game, you should be thinking about a counter jungle option of be on that second camp at 4 minutes, 20 seconds to take that as soon as possible. And also talking about a really good spot to ward before you recall to help track the enemy jungler for the 4-minute onwards. Enjoy, guys. We'll see you in the comments. All right, let's get started. Elise into Rek'Sai. Really Elise favored. I play Rek'Sai quite a bit myself, and playing Elise, I actually ban that champ a lot of the time for getting some Elise 1 tricks in on my server. All right, so what I'll do this game is, as if I'm Elise, there's a Talia, Jinx bot lane. Talia looks like to play pretty aggressive. Heimerdinger a bit annoying with turrets for Elise E. I reckon this is potentially a blue Gromp Wolves red look bot, but the problem here is I'm thinking is Rek'Sai is probably going to 3-camp and do something before me, so I'm probably going to be thinking about counter ganking him, but Rek'Sai is so versatile in what he can do in terms of pathing. Like, he could do this and do this, or he could do red Raptors Gromp. Maybe this is a game where I'm doing blue Gromp, having to skip Wolves and then red to try and match the Rek'Sai. I don't like that, though. That's not ideal. I wonder if Elise can do red Raptors Krugs counter gank bot or look something bot, but then you sort of leaving topside a little bit vulnerable. Mid's relatively going to be aggressive level 6, but Akali I think pretty much just gives this lane early from what I understand. And so right now I'm thinking I need to play around bot early, but I also want to counter Rek'Sai as Elise. So let's see what Wally does. I'm actually super curious what he does here. He holds his ward and he starts blue. Okay. Yeah, I wonder if he'll get bot lane in time. I wonder if he skips wolves. Skipping wolves is such an important decision here, guys, whether he does it or not. So that looks like a red start from the Rek'Sai. I'm thinking right now. He does the wolves. I mean, what you could do is just skip red if bot's super vulnerable. Yeah, right. We've got yeah. What are we doing here? So he did skip his red because he feels like Rek'Sai's going to be around. Good ward. Good ward. So he's here for the counter gank. And there it is. Good kiting back. All right, so I think this is a right idea, but I think it's maybe a bit of misexecution here. So what's going on here? All right, so all right, so this is the way that you think about counter ganks. Okay, so what Wally should be doing here. So the rule for counter ganks is it's always better to be in lane brushes than it is here. But Elise is pretty good because she can chunk Rek'Sai, but it just doesn't work because Rek'Sai just wins the 1v1. So ward this. Is it possible to wrap around here without getting seen? I mean, we could wrap around here, but again, that's just the rule that I follow. It's always better to counter gank through lane because then Rek'Sai comes up here and you have the option to, you know, cocoon him or help your team here as well. Alright, so in counter gank situations, better to be in lane brush than river brush. I have an example of just how effective being in the lane brush is rather than the river. So I'm playing Eve into Rek'Sai, and this is exact same thought process I'm going through this game. Rek'Sai starts top, I tracked, and I skip. I do 3 camp topside. I'm going straight here, looking for a counter gank. I think I have time to do blue as well. Let me just skip through this. And then you see here how I walk through the lane, and then I wait for them to commit. I mean, this is pretty much the exact same situation that Wally was in there. And then I'm through the lane brushes, and then Rek'Sai comes. And then, you know, I've already got the kills before them. We've already killed. Like, let's say, for example, if he was in lane brushes, maybe we could kill Thresh. And then we get a triple kill here. And, guys, think about this as well. I'm playing Eve here into Rek'Sai. Who's stronger early game, guys? That's the narrative. And it works because I come through lane. But overall, I love the decision-making to counter gank bot here because Rek'Sai is 100%. Start top, he's going to gank bottom almost 100%. All right, so this is Kindred into Zed. All right, so one thing I'm very afraid here already is Zed's going to get a full clear off. I don't think Kindred can do much about this unless he invades level 1. I think Zed's pretty weak early. I think we should just late invade, potentially. Can we late invade topside? Or is blue? All right, let's just think here. I'm going to say let's late invade or level 3 invade. I mean, the thing about Zed is he clears so incredibly fast. If you do red Raptor's Gromp, I think he gets this camp before unless you get a super hard leash. So what am I talking about here? This is red into his Gromp, right? Or does he, or again, Zed I think gets this too fast as well. Red, shit. Do we just let him get a full clear off? I'm really not happy about Zed getting a full clear off. I'm trying to problem solve here to make sure Zed doesn't get a full clear off. Late invade blue. Gianna Zeri. It's not too strong. Misfortune support. Fuck, there's nothing we can do here, guys. Red Raptors Gromp. Yeah. Alright, we're just going to have to play for maybe... We're just going to have to let Zed get his full clear off, I think. Very interesting ward, this ward. I don't really think of any value of this. I'm not really going to be afraid of getting late invaded this game. And if you are going to ward, it's better to ward this because you don't give the information to the enemy team. They could just like get a sweeper and clear this or something like that. You know what I mean? So I don't see really literally zero value in this ward and just show a ward for no reason. I'm not sure why Chase is doing that. Then the traditional Nathan Mott ward that I do is I run straight out of base, I ward this reset for sweeper. But I love holding ward level 1 a lot in my games personally. So I'll just hold the ward level 1 and switch to sweeper, yeah. I just really don't value switching to sweeper anymore. I think that's like an old way of viewing jungle. It's like last season. Alright, so we're doing red, start. Enemy jungler starts leashless. I would assume that would have to be leashless blue, right? Oh, wait, he started your blue. Oh, fuck, that's really bad. Yeah, I guess he started your blue. I guess we don't really know that, do we? I guess we could assume that, because I'm pretty sure Zed would want a leash. Oh, this is not a good situation to be in. Interesting, Zed doesn't go for the wolves for level 3. That's very strange to me. With Singe there. Not much to do here. Yep, we're just going to have to clear. Mid, yeah, we have our lanes and not going to looking too hot right now. I mean, top's really the only vulnerable place right now. But I would assume that Zed is now bot side, so I think that's fine. I mean, the only thing I can say here, guys, is if maybe we have a hunch that Zed started his blue, so then you just do red Raptors, Krugs, and then just vertical here, and maybe look for a level 3 gank bot. That's the best thing I can think of this game in terms of adaptation. Alright, so let's get player emotionals. Let's look at the chat now, because I need some thoughts. So Will says just path top. 3 camp onto Z. Yeah, 3 camp onto Z. He just clears too fast if he was to start his blue. From experience, I don't think that works. Mastery members, it seems like the only play is top, but it doesn't matter if you get singed behind much, right? Yeah, that's right as well. Will says we should just play to outscale here. Yeah. Yeah, I like that. We just play out outscale. I don't think we need to do it. We don't need to force anything early game here as well. What about full clear and then start killing their mid when Mel's the 6? I like that as well. Yeah, I think that this is an early game where we just need to relax. I think that's actually the key principle that we should have had coming into this early game. We don't actually need to do anything aggressive. Path top, do Krugs. I like that as well. Yeah, because I mean now his camps are all a little bit off and he's a little bit far behind. All right, so I think that's it for this one. I think the principle we follow here is identify games where you just full clear, even on traditional level 3 champs. You know, some games there's no options. I think that's happy with this game. So yeah, path top, do Krugs, get level 3. He would have checked his top camps, and then you'll just go straight to his bot camps. I think that's the best situation here. So I think regardless, we should be doing Krugs because we need to identify that this is going to be a slow early game. Playing Viego into Graves. I think you've got to path top this game, right? Aatrox with Ignite. Probably not much going on bot. Yeah, I'll just start blue and path top this game. I think we need to help out our Aatrox. And we also don't want Aatrox to leash as well. I actually really don't want Aatrox to leash in this lane as well. Alright. Good. He puts the ward down, switches to sweeper. Cool. Start blue and pathing top. Love it. Enemy jungler starts. Just look at the minimap. He looks like what top laners love to do is they just sit in this bush and they wait for like the leash on red and then kill. And then bot lane looks like they've lost a bit of mana, so we know that he started red buff, the enemy Graves. So we should just full clear here. I don't think there's any reason to stress on a level 3 gank or anything. Viego full clear is really good. Maybe a little bit nervous of the invade here, but looks like we pull it off. Interesting. He put... looks like maybe Marquis is not confident in a full clear. I'm not sure what he sees here. If you're going to do anything, you should be looking to counter gank top and come through lane top side. I don't know why he would walk into river here. Looks like he just wants the crab. Really important, guys, to not tunnel on getting into the crab mindset, yeah? Like, we should be... We're half HP. We're walking potentially into full HP Graves here. Just full clear. Alright, so Will in the chat says, deny it from Graves and you go Krugs after. I disagree with that 100%. Get level 4, do your Krugs. I literally put 0 value on the crab and then look to counter gank top. And it just ruins your camp cycle. Yep. I mean, how do we know that Graves is just not on that crab? I mean, I guess Anivia can come rotate, sure. Oh, so Graves showed mid earlier. Did we miss that? Oh, okay. We actually missed that. That's my bad. That's why I guess we're going for the crab. Okay, so I guess that Graves showing mid is actually really important because that shows that means he's lost a lot of tempo in his camps. He's probably going to go to his camps, which again is even more of a reason just to full clear, get level 4 and then fight him, you know, level 4 to level 3. Still the same thing. I'll do the exact same thing here still. And if you want to full clear as Viego as well, you need 2 points Q. 2 points Q. Alright, I like this aggression. Using an Anivia move, but she should probably just go back mid. I hate invading people on walls. It just doesn't work. This is really forced. Alright, yeah, I'm not a fan of this at all, Mr. Marquis. Yeah. I always have this principle. Invading people on wolves, it's very low percentage. Especially at Graves, you can just ear away and smoke screen. This is a game that you should literally just be thinking about. Yeah, again, imagine this is a situation. If you just did your Krugs, you're level 4, you contested the crab, you push Graves out of topside, and then you just walk down here, and then you got this crab, then reset for your Gromp, or you could potentially do a second full clear, but I believe that you should just reset and just go do Gromp. This is really strange to me. I don't like this at all. You got to get level 4. You've just got to get level 4 as Viego. Just chill out. So this is always the principle that I follow as well for these type of champs. If you notice, if you look at high elo players, guys, they love to get back on their Gromp on spawn. And we know that the Gromp spawns at 4 minutes, 20 seconds around then when you start blue buff. So look at how far behind he is on tempo. Like, if he's going to do anything, he should just reset now and then just go to his Gromp. It's literally just not worth to just do your Krugs here. And again, this is just going to show, just skipping that Krugs, you just screw everything up, you know? And then now, you know, we could be... There's an option of... Well, we're just behind all our camps. Alright, so that's the principle for this game, guys. We're going to follow here. On Viego, get level 4 ASAP. Don't prioritize crab, you know, unless you're going for a counter gank. Also, on full clear junglers, aim to get to Gromp at 4 minutes, 20 seconds. It's just so important to keep up for tempo. You want to be back on the... And also reduces any chance of losing the counter jungle to it. Alright, so we're against Master Yi here. Alright, we got an Ezreal Karma lane. I literally just default to path into Ezreal Karma lanes. So, this game, already maybe thinking start blue and path bot. We could also maybe do red Krugs Raptors and look to like vertical here or something like that. And look to pressure. Again, it sort of depends where Yi starts. But I think the safe option here is just start blue, path bot. Karma lanes, I just in general love pathing towards them. This is a very, very good lane bully lane, especially against melee supports. I wouldn't care about top at all. Jace just absolutely destroys Camille, as we saw in Genji versus SKT or T1 last night. I think it was game 2. Yeah. Jonah says, why not help Camille? Because... You know, if Yi paths top, he's just going to be able to... I mean, you could maybe look to try and get an early kill on Jace. It is an option, but just chill. Bot's like super volatile. Bot's a great win condition this game. Yeah, you definitely can get there faster than top, Jonah, but it's just not worth it. Just chill out this game. Play for bot. You're all good. Because the thing about it is, even if you kill top, sometimes top lane kills don't actually mean that much. Like, I was talking to my friend this morning about this. If you come top, right, early game, you take the kill. You get the kill. And then you, like, help push the wave and you, like, share the experience. Your top lane is actually not that far ahead at all. If anything, you've actually just ruined his experience to get level 6 and fight at level 6. You know? But with bot, it's, like, way better. It's, like, you kill bot. You push in the wave, they get a reset, you unlock your support on the map. Like, there's so many more options. But killing top sometimes early, really early, doesn't actually do much for the game. Something I've been thinking a bit about recently. Alright, so we start in bot, path in top here. So again, this is not what I've done. I'll just go top, but let's see if we execute the top gank. We know that the enemy Yi started blue. So maybe we're looking for maybe an invade. Jace kills the Camille. Maybe this is a situation where we don't let him get levels and just go literally run straight top after red. Because again, there's nothing you're going to be... If he gets this wave in, there's nothing you can do as a jungler. Yeah. Jace sort of just got away with that. Oh, so it looks like he just warded. Yeah. Alright, so if I'm playing a level 3 jungler on the enemy side, if I'm playing Rek'Sai, and I'm pathing top, I'm matching the Lee Sin, I would 100% here to counter gank this, and I'll just get a double kill here. But obviously we're a Master Yi, so I think, again, like as Jonah in the chat says, we'll be able to get top before him. So I guess this is fine, but, yeah. Oh, what was that flash, Mr. Matt? Okay, maybe you didn't need to flash there. But it's alright. So Michael has a good point as well. Is forcing a Karma and Ezreal to leash is also bad, because if I'm a Karma, I want to always start in lane and get the first mantra, which is the R, Q off, which is that really big thing here. That's the thing as well, is you don't want your bot lane to leash. You want to have them to have control of the lane. And the moment that, as we saw here, as Michael said, is that your bot lane leash and then they got engaged on here. I mean, see how the Nautilus is playing? This is like a legal activity. You know? And they like win the trade somehow and enchant support against, you know, Nautilus. Actually, I guess they don't win the trade because they just keep fighting. Okay, they literally get the kill. So I guess that's a little bit, yeah, Nautilus falling over himself, fighting in a minion wave. Yeah. Yep. Alright, so then we take the crab. So where's Master Yi right now, I'm thinking? So Master Yi probably full cleared, and then he's going to check the crab. It's not going to be up there, so he's probably going to be, you know, looking for a top gank. But looks like, oh, he wants a crab, so he goes straight bot. Yeah, it's just like, guys, like in Platinum, it's just so weird to me. Why does he just not full clear? Like people, it's like this last review. People are so obsessed of like, this is what they think, right? Let's just put yourself in Master Yi's shoes, right? So maybe he's scared of an evade or something, but he does. He skips, he does a little bit of raptors. He knows he loses top crab. And then he goes to the bot crab. Like, who cares about the bot crab? Just get level 4, man, you know? Like, crab just doesn't mean much. Get level 4. Who cares if you get double crabbed, you know? Gotta prioritize level 4. And then Yisor just falls over himself, and then that's pretty much it for this early game. Alright, the next question we ask is, where is Master Yi going to go out of base? The answer is he's going to go to his Gromp, because his Gromp spawns at around, remember, 4 minutes 20 seconds. The next question asks is, can we contest it? He's going to have some items on you. You have red buff. Your team really can't help you here. Probably just reset. I think he should just reset here. Looking to dive mid. I don't know about this one. Oh, I guess you could look for the Q. Nice. Oh. Alright, cool. Well played, Matt. I like it. For some reason, Master Yi doesn't go to his Gromp out of base. He went to his Krugs. And then we sort of just throw our lead a little bit there. Alright. So we're strong, Matt, but we're not that strong. We should be buying our items. Remember, just because you're 3-0 doesn't mean you're very strong. Like, gold in your inventory is useless, right? Like he's technically actually stronger than you. You're the same level and he has 2 longswords on you, you know? Alright, so that's the end of this review. So the principle we get from this one is, I think it's more of like a path-in thing. Always look to path towards Karma lanes and don't let them leash. So I'm playing Eve into Lee Sin. So the way that I think about, you know, stronger early game junglers here, it doesn't mean that I need to be like, I'm so weak and I can't fight at all. There's definitely situations that you can fight in, but you need to pick your fights very well. Eve has limited options early game. But the way I think about it is Lee Sin's going to make a move before me. My job is to predict that move or like already have a plan to counteract that move. So I've got a Shaco support. I'm against a Lucian bot. This game I'll probably, I think GP with Ignite, let him start in lane. I'll just start blue here. Do blue Gromp Wolves. I mean, you could go a full clear and sort of just maybe let GP dive, at least in path there. But, yeah, I mean, I'll potentially, in my games, I'll look for a counter gank top. I'll do blue Gromp Wolves and then maybe look to counter gank top, like in the first example. Game 1 that Wally did. Even though you're Eve, you can do that because you can win 2v2 fighting in a big wave. In a big minion wave. And I believe that if GP starts in lane, he should be able to bully the Urgot, from my experience. So I'll be pathing top here. And you get a super fast leash from Shaco boxes as well, ideally. He resets, places that ward, paths top. Yeah, I really don't like GP getting leash here. I really hate this. This feels really awkward. My GP would be flaming me right now if this was in one of my games. And pathing towards a Shaco lane. Okay, so the way Shaco supports, it's very rare to get this, guys. It's probably pointless to even think about, but Shaco's designed to just waste the enemy jungler's time. He's very bad at playing for. You sort of just want to leave Shaco lanes alone, both you playing with it and against it. Just let him waste his time. He's going to be useless and he doesn't really offer much to the team for the rest of the game. I think it's a pretty bad pick overall. See, I'm really, really not a fan of this path in Henry. I hate this so much. Oh! Yeah. That's close. I guess he wins that because he has Ignite. Alright, do we know where the enemy jungler started? We always need to check that every game. Enemy jungler looks like starts. I mean, GP camps this bush. Wait, how does this fight happen? Here. Okay, we know that, yeah, bot lane started. We know that Lee Sin started bot. Which is still fine because we are pathing away from the Lee Sin. We're just going to get a full clear off. Alright, Yasuo is going for a gank, but bot lane, looks like the enemy bot lane has successfully gotten their wave in. They're still fighting. Yep, this will probably be a kill or two. Let's see how this is executed. He waits for Yasuo. Unfortunately, he's got 2 points Q because he wanted to full clear, and then he felt like he had to come here. Bit unfortunate, but I could see why he did 2 points Q. Just a rule of thumb for like Eve. If I see like my bot lane heavy trading, sometimes you can just, you know, don't put a point in your W or decide to put 2 points Q until you're literally at your wolves, so then you know whether you can come here or not. But I mean, to be honest, in my eyes, if Yasuo didn't roam here, like in my eyes, this is actually ungankable. They'll just push this wave in and reset. So I'll literally just full clear. Yeah. But they sort of stay for the next wave. Yeah. I guess they probably would stay for the next wave most games because they're sort of not realizing that Lee Sin's path in weak side, but yeah, he's like weak siding them. Yeah, alright. Cool. Cool. I mean, this is a fantastic early game here. For the Eve, we're going to get a full clear off. We're going to get a crab. What's he doing here? He's checking the Raptors. The Raptors would be up at 4 minutes 20 seconds, so I think this is good. We should wait around here. Oh, they just spawned right now. Take them, Eve. Take them. No. All right, so a couple of things here, a couple of errors here. We need to check. We need to identify that Lee Sin's obviously top, and we can identify right now that Lee Sin, he has 28 CS. Wait, that means he actually did his Krugs, did he? But he didn't. How did he get 28 CS? Oh, because he took creeps top. Okay. Alright, so it's really important to identify pathing. We need to know that right now Lee Sin hasn't done his Krug, so we should already be thinking about potentially a counter jungle option here for the Raptors. I mean, maybe not right now because you have to be focused on the bot gank, but yeah. So, a couple of principles here. Game 5. Always think of option to counter jungle enemy second camp at 4 minutes 20 seconds if they waste time on the map. And then the next principle is going to be, you see this ward that Eve does here? You know how she wards over the wall here? This is completely pointless because why do we need to ward the red? Like the red doesn't spawn until, you know, 6 minutes, 30 seconds or 7 minutes, right? It's always better to ward this and then recall. Because what do you do as a jungler, guys? Once you make it play top, where do you go? You go out of base, you go to your Krugs, and you full clear back up or something. Always better to ward this because this gives you so much information. You're able to track so easily. You'll know that if Eve's going to go here, or, Lee Sin's going to go here, or is he going to continue path in top, or look to, like, coin flip the dragon. It actually gives you so much information rather than warding this. This provides literally zero value. The same applies for the enemy Gromp. Oh, that's the end of YFJC, guys. I think we did that in... How long have I been streaming for? 50 minutes. So I probably did that in about 30 minutes or so. Yeah, I got to speed it up, guys, still. I'm just reviewing really slowly and just not fast enough.